like, nope, you are stuck with whatever we're talking about. So yeah. All right, the humidity took all the curl out of my hair. I'm very distraught about that. Yeah, okay. All right. So, all right, I'm gonna sit proper out there. Okay, all right. You good? Okay. Okay. Welcome to another edition of the Ocean City Chamber Chat, and today I'm with Jayme Hayes, who's with Junior Achievement, and we're going to talk about what she does, why she's doing it, and all that good stuff.
Yep.
Without further ado, hi.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Thanks for having me here in your brand new space.
Yeah.
So, for those who don't know, what the heck is Junior Achievement?
So, we are a nonprofit organization, and traditionally in the past, we teach financial literacy, workforce readiness, and entrepreneurship in the schools. So I recruit business members from the community, retirees, volunteers to go in and help talk to kids about real life stuff.
Nice. And you say traditionally, that implies there's been a change.
Yes.
So what's going on?
A 27,000 square foot change. So we have tons of curriculum and highly immersive experiences all over the Eastern Shore. But there is curriculum that is happening across the United States, has for many years in all the major cities. Chicago, New York, Baltimore, DC, and now we're gonna have one here on the Eastern Shore. I know, I'm very excited. They said it couldn't be done, and we did it.
Ta-da!
Rural America is getting a finance park and a biz town, and it's pretty exciting.
That is really cool. So you have been in your role for a while.
16 years.
Wow, 16
Yeah.
years.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'm only 26.
Right, totally, right. You started when you were a dear child. Yes, of course. So now back it up. So how are you from here? Did you move to the shore?
I am not from here. I'm a military brat. I came here for Salisbury State University. So I'm an alumni, and I loved it here on the Eastern Shore so much. I've always lived in bigger cities and all over the world. And I just loved the family feeling and, you know, everything being spaced out. Obviously, Ocean City and the beach, but also Easton, and I can get to Baltimore and DC quickly. And I just loved it here. So I stayed after college, and I've never left.
That's awesome. I also have, come here from Baltimore area as well. And I find that people here, especially in Ocean City proper, they rely on tourism, so they're way better at making new friends, which was way more welcoming than, say, even Baltimore, where it's like, where'd you go to school? And they mean high school, because they have friendships that start so young, and here people are willing to let people ebb and flow into their lives, which is such a blessing.
It is. I absolutely love it here. I now have a family here. I'm raising them here. I just think this is the best part of both worlds, rural, but also Ocean City life. Like it's just everything. We have the Chesapeake Bay, boating, fishing. I mean, what's there not to do here on the Eastern Shore? It's great.
Yeah, and people, I think, generally think that the Eastern Shore might be a place you come visit, but you and I have both found careers here.
Oh, absolutely.
And so let's talk a little bit about the mission of Junior Achievement, and why is it so important in this community?
Right. So, for years and centuries, we've complained about, hiring good help and making sure everybody has the skills needed. And, our schools do a great job, our businesses do a great job. But really what JA does is not only work with the business communities to identify exactly what skills are needed, but also we help navigate that K through 12 experience of having small snippets of careers, because we change and evolve in the K through 12. And if you're anything like me, age 20 to 44, I had many jobs. So I call it sort of that zigzag, and we're giving them small snippets and opportunities so they can start to pick up. And when we say to them now, you need to pick what you're going to go to college for, it's not like, well, I don't know. They've had so many interactions, whether it's businesses, different careers, knowing and understanding high demand careers and the skills needed and the educational requirements for it, the return on investment. And so we do so many highly immersive experiences. You can't talk to kids about soccer, right? And you can tell them about the rules, but realistically, they need to get out on the field. And that's the difference, is we're not just talking at them, we are taking them out and having them have hands-on real life experiences all over the shore, and now here at the Perdue Henson Junior Achievement Center.
And your point about having multiple touch points throughout that K through 12 experience, so they're not just like treated like a child and then told, oh, you hit the clock, you're an adult now.
Exactly.
That's does the kids a disservice.
Yep.
And one of the things I like about you is I've heard you interviewed before, and you say we can't put all that pressure on the educational system to bear the brunt of solving for what businesses need, and it's integrating real-time employers with the education and going, okay, how can we create the workforce of the future? I love that you guys are part of that intersection.
Everyone's pointing at the other people, but why not work together? You know, educators have so much on their plate already. They're doing math, they're doing English, and those are all things that kids do have to know in order to figure out where they want to go in life. You have to understand those different aspects of it, and then we can bring in and fold in the world of work to help them navigate that. But I mean, it's one of those things that, you know, I will have a student in 3rd grade and I will see them again at JA Inspire in 8th grade. And, you know, they'll say, I had an insurance agent teaching my class and I didn't even know what that was. And now when I drive around, I think about that stuff. Or when I'm, you know, with my parents, I think about that stuff. And now I'm at JA Inspire and I'm going to look for an insurance agency because I've always been interested in it. Or somebody, you know, gets on a flight simulator for the first time and they've never been able or afforded the opportunity to fly anywhere, which is so sad that, you know, not everyone has that opportunity. But here you have a student that could be the next best pilot in the world, and they've never had that opportunity, and we're giving that to them. And so again, it's all about experiences and hands-on immersive, and it's the community coming together. Let's stop pointing fingers and actually come together and do it together.
Absolutely. So what is I assume getting this new facility up is your next big thing, right?
Yes. We do have a lot of curriculum expanding across the Eastern Shore. We have our Leadership Academy, which is expanding. It's sort of that K through 12 HR skills all coming together. So soft skills, you know, resume, networking, all of those things. And then we also have our Stock Market Challenge, which we piloted at Worcester Technical High School, and it was a way bigger hit than we expected. So now we have every school system wants it. So we'll be expanding that. We'll expand JA Inspire, and then Finance Park, which is 7th grade, and BizTown, which is 6th grade. Those will all be new next year. And so all the schools are signing their contracts for their students and coming here, and it's an awesome curriculum. It's gonna be awesome.
So you built it, they will come.
Yep.
So what help do you need? So as I think about who may be watching this, you know, the point of this series is members supporting members. So how can our community, our business members help what you guys are doing here at Junior
Well,
Achievement?
similar to what I was saying about, you know, it really takes a village to raise a child, and why shouldn't our schools and our businesses come together? I mean, this is what we've been complaining about. Like, our kids don't know this. So this is where it's a great team building for your company. Come here and volunteer to the day, you know, for the day. Let them see what it looks like to be a general manager of a hotel, or, you know, insurance agent, or a real estate agent, or whatever that looks like. When they're meeting people and talking to them and interacting them, it all starts to click. You cannot be what you cannot see. Yep. So if you are having a hard time recruiting people, you have to roll up your sleeves and get involved. And what better way than 10,000 students annually coming to the center? And again, we're building it. They will come. I mean, this is the school system signing contracts, so it's not like we hope 10,000 students come. 10,000 students will be here next year. So
it's happening.
It's happening. Trust me, the bills are coming in. It's happening. But that's what you can do, and you know, or sponsor a day if you don't have the kind of staff that has the ability. You know, I know that's very cliche with a nonprofit, volunteer money, but it is what it is. But you can make a real difference and impact students and change the trajectory for the rest of their life.
Beautiful. And so what else do people need to know? What would be like they assume this, but you're like, gosh, it's really this.
So I think my number one thing would be that they think the schools don't want to be teaching these things. Our schools absolutely want our students to be the most successful. Trust me, they pick that career not for the salary, but for the chance to change a child's life. And so it's a lack of resources, it's a lack of time in the curriculum, it's a lack of knowledge, not on the teacher's behalf, but for them to know, you know, welding and electrician and you know accountant. You can't know everything, and so this is where we can come together and do that all together. So that's kind of unfortunate when the schools get bashed for not wanting our kids to be financially literate. not walking around saying that. What they really want is help. And
Right.
we're here to be free to the schools and help them, and then the business community can come in and help as well. So I think that would be my number one thing, is that let's stop, complaining or pointing and do something about it.
Well, I love the radical responsibility aspect of, okay, employers, be part of the solution with us.
Right.
Let's assume everyone's coming from a place of genuine care and concern.
Right.
To create future adults
Mhm.
that contribute and find fulfilling careers. And
Yeah.
I love your point.
Yeah.
You can't. I don't know what to go for if I don't know that thing exists.
Right. I want my kids to go to Disney. I can't afford it. So it's not that I don't want them to go.
Right.
I don't know when we're going to have the time, the funding, the, resources, all of that.
Yep.
But so it's just one of those things that I think everyone can roll up their sleeves and do it. It's great team building. It's so amazing to interact with kids and learn and hear what they're thinking about your industry. It's a feel-good situation, and it helps your bottom line, your
Yeah.
recruitment efforts. So.
And so the space will be done when?
It'll be officially done in August. We'll do our big ribbon cutting in October, and students start coming through end of October, beginning of November. So 10,000 students every year. And that's on top of the 15,000 that we already teach in the school system. So it'll be 25,000 students total. So pray for me and wish me luck.
That's why you have an amazing team.
I do have the best team in the entire world. I could not have done that, as a one-woman show a couple years ago. So we have the best staff. So we're excited. We're excited to be in a new building.
Yeah, of course. It is going to be jaw-dropping,
Yeah.
and I am so delighted that the entire shore gets to benefit from the work that you and your team, and obviously the countless, people on your boards and the donors and the businesses and all the things that have made happen. So it's
we're excited.
pretty exciting.
I know. I can't wait for everyone to see it.
That's awesome. Thank you very much for making the
Thank
time for me
you.
amid basically a construction site. I am so grateful. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
And thank you guys for checking it out. And when it opens, you'll have to come support it.
Yes.
Come volunteer your time or your money or whatever.
Come for a tour anytime.
They'll be happy to have you. Thank you. Bye.
Thanks. See ya.
Okay. Good. Easy.